Right, you guys make sure you like this video and subscribe to Mike's, okay? Make sure if you don't subscribe to Mike, you're gonna have a fat forehead and a big hairline.
Bro, I'm with the guy Max inside. Subscribe to him, make sure you do so. Best content coming out. You know how it is.
Hello and welcome back to another video, people. Welcome back to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're smashing the likes and subscribing if you are new. And yeah, back again. And West Ham have returned for pre-season training. Now, if you have a look at the West Ham fixtures for pre-season, we don't actually play until the 19th as it currently stands. I want to assume that is the usual start to pre-season, mid-July, 2 days after my birthday, funny enough, 19th of July, fun fact. But after that, we've got the summer series as well, where we face Manchester United, Everton and Bournemouth. Then we've got Lille in August, then the preseason, and then the actual season starts. So let me just present my screen real quick. We face Grasshoppers away. I only discovered this today when I was on Jay's stream. Yeah, we've got Grasshoppers away 19th of July on a Saturday. We've then got Man United 8 days later. Everton 3 days later. Then Bournemouth on the 3rd of August. Lille when we come back. And then straight into the season. You like to think that hopefully the players don't have too much jet lag coming back from America and stuff. I'm assuming the summer series is in America. I don't know what league Grasshoppers are in, to be completely honest with you. What if we go Grasshoppers here? Grasshoppers Zurich. Grasshoppers Zurich are, I'm assuming they're Swiss, right? We love facing a Swiss team. We faced Servette like, 3-4 years ago? I remember in pre-season we faced Servette, so West Ham are back for pre-season, and I'm seeing pictures of Maxwell Cornet. This is, I forgot some of the players we had. Like, if I was to put a sales list, I'm letting go again. Mavropanos, Alvarez, Ward-Prowse, Irving, Rodriguez, Cornet. I guess I have to say Emerson, even though I don't want to. But those are the main ones that I probably want gone. They're all still here. I don't want Emerson to go, but he'll probably leave. How are we in the 7th of July and we haven't signed anyone? Now, I could have predicted this would have happened, but this negotiations, apparently the negotiations ended quite quickly with the goalkeeper that we were interested in what's my man's name again? Suzuki. Apparently, instead of West Ham getting him, he wants to stay another year at Parma and then leave next season. So that target is off. So just before that, because of the goalkeeping coach signings that we're interested in, Hermansen seems to be the main one now. So we'll see if that has anything to it. But I am a bit worried about these kind of deals just because at the start, or not even at the start, but a couple of weeks ago, we were literally just talking about West Ham only looking for a loan to buy offer when it comes to goalkeepers. Like only clubs that are going to allow their players to go for a loan to buy where we just pay for the money next season. We're on a cheap skating thing again, which is really, really annoying. Really annoying. As we have so many positions to address. I feel like I'm repeating myself already in this transfer window, and we are only on the 7th of July. But also, not only with that, but we need to get this Malik Diouf deal over the line if we're actually like serious about it, because otherwise, what's the point? Because you can't be stalling like this. We need a player just before, I would like 3 players before we go to the summer series. I would like 3 players minimum. It doesn't look like we're going to do any. It doesn't look like before the 20th of July that we're going to have any players. Any players on, when was it? 27th of July, sorry. I'm going to be abroad by then. Like, this is annoying. Like, it's like this club thinks it can survive relegation quite comfortably with the squad that it already has. I said this before, we always criticize like Arsenal, Man United, Tottenham, and sometimes Chelsea, I guess, for just wanting the Champions League football, but they're not going to capitalize upon it, or just being comfortable with just being in the Champions League. We are comfortable just being in the league. Our owners operate the same, but even worse. We just want to be in the league. We just want to be in the Premier League for the sake of being in the Premier League. We shouldn't even be talking about relegation whilst being in the London Stadium. We shouldn't even be talking about the possibility of us going to the Den next season and shit. Like, we shouldn't be talking about that. But we are in that situation right now. I don't see why West Ham fans aren't worried about being relegated next season. There's fans. I saw one fan try and fucking reply to one of my tweets talking about like you're over complaining about the kit, and I went to his tweets and he was talking about our West Ham fan base being too negative because we've been through worse. Us going through worse in different circumstances in the senses of the Premier League doesn't mean that we shouldn't be complaining now. This is why we are here, is because of this mentality that is fueled into the culture of the club. Because we've been through worse, what we're going through now is acceptable. I keep the same energy. I said ninth was unacceptable, bro. You think I'm going to allow this? You think I'm going to allow this? And ninth, whilst getting battered with the context of the league being shit, it's a false position at the time when we did finish ninth, which is why I was complaining. So the table doesn't lie. The table definitely does lie. Because Tottenham finished 17th. They still want a fucking trophy, bro. They want a trophy. So does the 17th really matter? No one wants to finish 17th. And yes, they were still right to sack Ange. But does it matter finishing above the team that won a trophy? No, bruv. No, it does not. Cool, finishing above Man United. Whoop-de-doo, bruv. We're 15th and they're 16th. So what? What does this club actually want to do with its ambition? Because I can't be going into pre-season seeing Maxwell Cornet in it. I'm trying to see some youth. I'm trying to see Freddie Potts. I'm trying to see Earthy. I'm trying to see Orford. I'm trying to see Skulls, of course. I'm even trying to see Josh Ajala. Marshall. Just try Ajala and Marshall. Just try them. I'm not saying they're going to be in the first team next season. But let's see if they impress. So we can see what kind of loan they're going to get if they don't get into the first team. I'm not expecting 5 youth players next season. I'm expecting 2. I'm expecting Skulls and Potts to be there. And Potts seems to be one of the new additions to the midfield, but we still need 2 more midfielders after that. But the problem is we're so stacked in that number with so many players that haven't left yet. That is a problem. Now, Mohamed Kudus is someone else who's also back in training today. Obviously, no pictures have been shown due to transfer speculation. So let's see what happens with that. Because he's going to have to play pre-season whether he likes it or not, unless he starts throwing a tantrum. Paquetá, I'm pretty sure, is back. He's on a case right now. It's a bit mad. It's kind of fucking jarring, to be honest with you. It's kind of jarring. And we've got to put all these antics behind the scenes whilst preparing for probably the most trenchiest type season that we're going to have to prepare for in our lives. Well, not in our lives, but since Avram Grant's season, this is probably going to have to be the biggest, trenchiest season. It might be worse than the 17-18 season where fans are running on the pitch. It might not be as toxic because West Ham fans are now just dead inside, but it might be just as bad. The fact that we're on 7th of July, West Ham have signed 0 players and have made no sales whatsoever is alarming in itself. And everyone wants to act like the club is calm right now. These fans jumped ahead of themselves, saying the club was 2 for 2, saying Suzuki and Diouf was over the line, basically. Where is Diouf? Where the fuck is Diouf? Because he wants to join West Ham. He's refused to play for Slavia Prague. He's on an individual program. Go and get the deal done. This is bullshit. Suzuki, he's gone next season. He's gone next season instead of this season. So go and get Hermansen. If you can't do that, then you're fucked. Because otherwise, our options are Ramsdale and shit. And the Petrovic deal seems to have been gone quiet. But that's just me. Make sure to like the video, people. Make sure to subscribe if you're new. We're live at 10 with Alfie as well. We'll have the summer series tomorrow. And we should have the show prime on Wednesday. We'll have uploads throughout the thing. But yeah, make sure to smash a like, subscribe if you're new. Take care.